Hello students, very good morning all of you. So today myself Somdev Mondal, Assistant Professor of your Civil Engineering Department GMIT, I will give you a lecture on the C601, that means Highway Transportation Engineering. So today my topic will be on especially on the group index and the CBR test or CBR method of soil. So till now, whatever we have covered in the highway geometric design, in the alignment part, we already have covered the geometrical features, alignment, the vertical, horizontal alignment, any curve required, radius of the curve, super elevation needed, all those things already have been covered. In the pavement design part, while we are entering into the pavement design, where our main motto is to find out the pavement thickness. So while we are finding out the pavement thickness, so we need some parameters. Just like RCC design, we need some load, some stress, some parameters from the IS code. Same thing is required for the pavement design. So while we are going for any kind of pavement construction, it may be flexible pavement, it may be rigid pavement. That means flexible pavement means it's made of bitumen, we already have known, and the rigid pavement means it's made of concrete. It may be PCC, that means plain cement concrete, it may be of RCC, reinforced cement concrete. So today in this pavement design lectures, I will will focus on two topics, that means group index and CBR test or the CBR value. What are these things? These two things is mainly basically depends on the soil characteristics. We know for any kind of building construction, bridge construction, the soil part is the mother part, where the whole structure rests, and it will be treated as the foundation or the mother part of any structure, which is called substructure, which is written below the ground level. So same thing happens for the pavement also. In the case of pavement, we already have known in the introductory part, there are 4 layers, that means subgrade at the bottom, then subbase, then base course, then wearing course or surface course. The bottommost layer, which is known as subgrade, it is made of soil only. So how this subgrade made and what's the purpose of this subgrade? This subgrade is made of soil by filling method, either filling method or by cutting method. So what is this filling method and what is this cutting method? In this filling method or cutting method, the main purpose is to make a compacted subgrade. So I will explain you in detail. In the cutting method, where you are going for the cutting method for subgrade preparation for any kind of pavement construction, what we will do, in the cutting method, while you are choosing a particular land, that I will make a road construction from this point to this point, and this is the land available for me, this is the highway alignment, in this alignment, in this path, my road will be constructed. So what will we do? We will dress up all those areas, we will clean the area properly, we will dug out 1 feet or 2 feet area from the topmost layer. So after dressing up the area, what will we do? We will compact it properly. How we will compact it properly? By the help of any kind of roller, depending upon the soil characteristics, soil quality. What kind of soil is this? Is it sandy soil? Is it sandy clay soil? Or it's totally clay soil? What kind of soil? First we will have to find out by the soil classification from the sieve test or sieve analysis test. So after knowing the soil characteristics, soil properties, soil name, we will choose the particular roller. We will roll the roller through the subgrade which we already have dressed up, right, to compact it properly. So that minimum 97 percent compaction should be done. So this method is called making of subgrade in cutting. In cutting, why it's called? Because in the initially what I told you, first we will have to dress up. That means all the grasses, all the rubbish things we will have to move it away and make a proper soil layer. Then we will compact it so that the soil subgrade will be prepared. Suppose while you are going for the road construction, you have found that there is a water table just below the ground level, or within a certain depth there is a water table, and through which water may arise up to the top layer of the soil due to the capillary action, right? That means your soil subgrade will get hampered, all the voids will be filled up with pore water, and as the pore water remains into the void, so pore pressure will be there, and due to this pore pressure the strength of the soil subgrade will get hampered. So what will you do? Suppose in your area you are going to construct a road, so after taking some soil sample, while you are doing the soil investigation before construction, you have found that the soil quality is not so good for a road construction. Then what will you do? Two options available for you. One thing, replace the whole soil, cut it and throw it, and bring some new soil from a new area and fill it and compact it by the particular roller, right? This is the first method for filling method. And the second thing is stabilization method. Whatever soil you have, you can add some extra material which can increase the strength of the soil. There are a lot of materials which we already have got, the civil engineers already have got from their research areas. That is, there are lime, fly ash, cement, bitumen, rice husk gas, pond ash. So lot of materials are there which can stabilize the soil. So what is stabilize of soil or stabilization of the soil? Stabilization of the soil means whatever soil you have in that area, you know the strength of the soil is very less, and our main purpose is to increase the soil strength up to a particular limit, right? So for that, what will you do? We will mix that lime or fly ash or rice husk gas, whatever you think, by the research, by the project, whatever you have find out, that I will mix a lime. So you will add some lime to the soil and you will have to mix it properly with the soil, and then what will you do? Compact it by the particular roller. Always by the particular roller, not by any kind of roller, because the use of roller always depends upon the soil characteristics, soil quality, right? Okay, so at the time of subgrade preparation, cutting method, by dressing the areas, by compacting, that is called cutting method. And in the filling method, that is called rolling and filling, because we are rolling it. In the filling method, what we are doing, we are replacing the soil or we are adding some material. That means we are filling, then we are compacting, right? So by these two methods we are preparing our soil subgrade. But think one thing, suppose you have few materials which have very low strength. Suppose say for example you have some thermocol. You know thermocol, right? So you have few amount of thermocol, so you have kept it in a pot, okay, and you have compacted it properly, it's very tightly. The whole pot is totally compacted by the thermocol, totally compacted. So what will be your compaction percentage? nearly 97%, 98%, maybe 100%. But think about the material quality. Suppose you are giving some pointed load there. What will happen? The load will directly try to penetrate the thermocol, as the strength of the thermocol is very, very less. That means for any kind of material which we are going to provide for the subgrade preparation, the material strength, or actually the soil strength, because the soil subgrade is totally made of soil, that means the soil strength is very much of important thing, whether the soil has proper strength or not. That means while we are going for the road construction, that means basically the subgrade construction, which is the mother part or the foundation part over which the whole pavement will be laid. The subgrade should have two important things. That means soil with proper strength, and the strength soil or the proper soil should be properly compacted. So properly compaction will be done by the proper roller. I already have told you, for particular soil particular roller has to be used. But the proper strength either it has or not, that we will have to find out. That's why I am going to discuss these two topics, group index and the CBR. So what is group index? I will first explain you what is group index. So let's have a look for the group index. Group index is basically a classification of the soil. Not exactly a classification of the soil, actually it's needed for the classification of the soil. Depending upon this criteria, this is a parameter on which, based on which we will say this soil is good, this soil is bad, this soil is average, this soil is very poor, this soil is very good, we can say. That means it will give us some particular value depending upon which we will say this soil is not good, not bad, no average, whatever. So how will we find out this group index value, and what's the purpose of this group index, and how it will explain you what type of soil is this? Just have a look for that.